All right, hey guys, OFD checking in here, and tonight we have an unboxing. Now you guys can see I already cut the tape, and I cut the tape and I actually opened the packaging inside because inside was an invoice with my home address and everything like that on it. I don't want to broadcast that on YouTube. So the tape has been cut on this, and by the title of the video, you guys know what brand this watch comes from. So I'm going to go ahead and open up the box. Now I've kind of fell in love with Deep Blue when I really started getting back into automatic watches for a number of years after I sold my Omega Seamaster, one of the early reference automatics from the 90s, the James Bond ones. I kind of started getting back into automatic watches, and Deep Blue was one of the companies that I started checking out. At the time, they were being sold online and also through like Home Shopping Network, and the owner at the time was Stan Besh, who I don't think has anything to do with the company anymore. I'm not quite sure, but they're really cool watches, really dive watches, purpose-built watches. And I really, when I went to the website, to be honest with you guys, I didn't intend to buy a watch. I just kind of wanted to see what they were doing, but I fell in love with this one at the website. So without further ado, let's go ahead and pull it out of the box. You guys are like, yeah, it's a minute in, we haven't seen the watch. Okay, I'm hurrying here. So like I've seen in the past with Deep Blue watches, they come in this nice clamshell style case, which is really cool. So if you want to use it for traveling with the watch, let's go ahead and open this one up and check it out. All right, so yeah, I went to the website and I was looking around, and I think this is in their like Master Diver 1000 series, of the version 2, I think, of the Diver series. I'll leave all the information for which model this is down below in the description. Man, it's super. The watch is like literally hot. I live in Central California where it's over 100 degrees, and the poor mailman was trying to get this thing off his truck like literally 10 minutes ago, and I could tell it was hot for him. He didn't want to be in the truck, but yeah, the watch is literally physically warm. It's got to be 100 degrees, this watch right now. So let's go ahead and get the plastic off. As a matter of fact, I'm going to pause it. We'll yank the plastic off the watch and go ahead and get a closer look at this one. All right, guys, so here we go. The Diver Gen 2 1000. I got all the plastic off it. Now, this one is on the rubber strap, or the rubber strap. I ordered on the strap. I like that better than the bracelet. I have so many bracelet watches that I like these factory straps, and you can tell that this one is meant to be integrated right to the watch and works really well. I was thinking about it, and I looked back at my videos, and back in 2018, I actually had one of the 1000s on from Bob, Time to Go Travel and Timepieces. I'm not sure if he still has that watch in the collection, but hey, Bob, thanks for loaning that one out way back when. I really appreciate it. But these are really cool watches. Now, like I said, I wasn't planning on going over to the website and picking one of these up, but when I saw this Kanagawa wave dial and everything like that, and there's something even more special about this one if you stick around for the loom shot, I just really fell in love with it. I really like the watch. It's a very cool watch. Now, it's a 300 meter, 1,000 foot dive watch. Down here at the bottom, you have all your information about the watch. That's the Diver 1000 version 2. So I'm not sure too much what the difference is in this, to be honest with you, between the V1 and the V2. This is a 40 millimeter case from side to side. So yeah, side to side, not including the crown and the crown guards. And I'm not sure, like I said, I literally just got this watch in the mail. Like I said, it's still warm off of the truck. Lug tip to lug tip looks like it's coming in about 49 or 50. Thickness on the watch is saying 16. Let me make sure my unit is zeroed out here. It does look like it is. So you're looking at a thick watch. It's a dive watch, so it should be thick. And then I do believe you have 22 millimeter lug openings on this one. Yeah, it's going to come in 22 millimeters. So really nice in the sizing of this watch, especially, 40 millimeter diver. Now it is 300 meters. This second crown over here is a helium escape valve, like you would have on your Omegas and whatnot. So you unscrew this to actually open up that helium release. Now I did get all the plastic off. There's a little remnant of that blue plastic that they put on the crown. So taking a look at the case side of the watch, guys, a lot of brush work being done on this watch. As a matter of fact, I don't think there's any polishing done on the case at all. This is very reminiscent. I mean, this is very, I remember the last one I looked at with Bob had this really unique case design on it, this bulbous case side, which I think is really, really cool, and what I've found to be unique to these Deep Blue divers. You can see the nice knurling on the bezel. The bezel insert is a ceramic bezel insert, all loomed, of course. The bezel itself is a 120 click bezel with very, very positive action, and as you guys can see, everything on this bezel lines up very, very nicely. Really, really like the dial layout on this watch. I mean, honestly, guys, for me, I mean, the watch is great. I love the watch. The Kanagawa dial was what sold me. I've always wanted a watch with the Kanagawa wave dial on it. I think it's really cool. But I never really had the guts to have, one of my Seikos modded or buy a modded watch like this. So getting a factory watch like this from Deep Blue, a company that I'm aware of, and they do really good stuff, I thought it was really fun to get. So the indices on the dial, they are applied, as you guys can see all the way around there. Really cool detail to that wave pattern. This is running the Seiko NH35, so you get a 24 joule movement, beats at 21,600 vibrations per hour, clean sweep of that second hand there. You get date functionality at the 3 o'clock position, approximately a 40-hour power reserve on this watch. Nice sword hands on the watch, going to make it for good legibility, and you can see that you do have a loomed pip on the second hand sweeping around there. Show you the other side of the case and the sign crown for the main crown. Very, very nicely done. Sorry, I've got the stuff in the background, so it's focusing on that. Inside, like I said, the Seiko NH35 movement. They do have the engraved rotor with the deep blue logo on there, and all the information you want to know about the watch right there on the case back. Nice, solid feel and construction on this strap. Feels like something that's going to really last you for the years. Brushed hardware to match the case on the watch. The deep blue logo there, as you guys can see. But really, really nice. And also you get the deep blue logo here on the strap in that position there. So really, really nice looking piece. Let's go ahead and pause it for a second. Get this watch on my 7-inch wrist. And then, guys, be sure to stick around for the loom shot because that's what's really sold me on this piece. All right, in this 40mm case size and 49 lug tip to lug tip, the watch fits me well. It does have a very substantial wrist presence because of the thickness of the watch at almost 16mm of thickness. Not something that's going to bother me, at least in a dive watch. It's something I actually come to expect and appreciate in a diver's watch that has that chunky feel to it. I do like that feel. And when it's not on a metal bracelet, it's not overwhelming in the size of the case. And it's very industrial looking. You get this really flashy look on the dial, but honestly, the rest of the case and everything like that is very tool watch. And I like the fact that I get this fun in the dial of the watch, but also a watch that's going to get the job done. So guys, here's the fun part. Let's check out the loom. All right, so you guys get a little hint of things to come on this watch. Again, this is kind of one of the big selling points for me. That Kanagawa wave dial, I mean, it's such a piece of art. My wife actually has a pair of shoes with the Kanagawa wave on them, and it's something that pretty much everyone nowadays recognizes. I grew up with it on my Seiko watches, but yeah, here you go, guys. So the dial is fully loomed. As a matter of fact, it's so bright right now on the camera, and I don't know how to adjust my ISO, but basically I'm blowing the camera out of the water here with the amount of loom on this dial. But that is the Kanagawa Wave full loom dial from Deep Blue on their new Gen 2 Master Diver Series watches, their 1000 Diver Series. So really, really cool watch. Oh my gosh, guys, look at that. I have that loom pip off just by one click. I bet the OCD crowd has been freaking out. Let me fix that for you. On camera, OFD fixes the pip for you guys. There you go. It's perfect. So, all right, guys, really cool watch. These are really good pricing. Honestly, these are under $300, and you get a whole lot of watch for the money. I'll leave a link down below to the Deep Blue website in the description down below. And as this dial settles down and the camera kind of gets used to it, you get even a better picture of what that full loomed dial looks like. Who wouldn't want this, right? This is just cool. So, all right, guys, you like the video, give me a thumbs up down there at the bottom. And if you've not subscribed to the OFD channel yet, please do. Please do. Thanks, guys.